Let me finish swallowing here. Now your mother never told you never to talk with your mouth full. There we go. Good afternoon, YouTube. Matt and Roy back once again. Let's see, it is now almost 2:30 on July 10th, Friday, July 10th, 2020. And by now, hopefully, many of you have seen my live stream I did earlier today from the Great Bridge Parks and Recreation. Actually, it's like the Great Bridge City Park is what it is. Really beautiful out there, I'm telling you. They got two different trails in there, one in the woods, two in the woods actually, and then one that actually goes along the intercoastal waterway. I'm still not sure of that one. We're going to call it the intercoastal waterway. So hope everybody's doing great out there. You guys have been very patient with me. I've been doing a lot of live streams recently, mainly because there really hasn't been that many thrift stores open, no charity shops, everything's been shut down. And of course, I am getting a phone call, so I'll be right back. All right, well, that was actually a good call. It was the call I was waiting for, telling me that my bike is ready, so I'll have to go and pick that up later. But the majority of you probably tuned into this vlog to see my latest haul. Now, what I'm going to show you here is a combination of items mostly that I picked up from a college that was liquidating their computer equipment. A very interesting story. I'm not going to name the college, what exactly the college it is, but because of all this craziness, they're going to be going online only, so they're liquidating their campuses, and most of what you're going to see here is equipment that came from the different various campuses in the area, combined with a few items that I actually picked up at a few of the thrift stores. I was absolutely amazed that we actually had some computers at the thrift store. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and pause this. I'm going to bring you guys downstairs, and I'm going to do my best to show you. I haven't unloaded anything yet. It's a total disaster. The Tahoe is parked on the side of the house, and yeah, this should be interesting. But you know what? Before I do that, let me show you a few items I picked up yesterday. So you're going to have to wait a little bit longer. Talk to everybody in a minute. All right, so as you see, I'm watching LGR Thrifts on here, and I took a moment to kind of give you guys a update here. So the thing that I picked up, I guess the most recent were these laptops here. This one is an HP. All these laptops came from my local thrift store. This is one of those touchscreen ones, very early touchscreen HP computers. Isn't that cool? Look at the, what would you call that? Like the pitted finish on that track point. That's classic. Actually made for a very good feeling. Does not appear that this laptop was used very much either. You can see that the space bar, none of the keys are really worn or anything like that. Even got Altec Lansing speakers. Most of the computers from this generation did. Down here, nowhere, it's Windows Vista system. I'll try not to show you the sticker, but it really doesn't make much of a difference. But the cool thing about this will actually swivel, and you can turn it into a tablet. And I don't believe this actually had a stylus. I could be wrong. Oh, I am wrong. You know what? I just saw it right here. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what this is. No? Well, we just turned it on. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, you know what? It would have. You can see the stylus would have fit right there. It looks like it's missing the stylus. But really cool thing with this, very, very early tablet. Pretty much came out around the same time as, well, the iPhone. This was actually pre-iPad. So basically very hard to do this one-handed. I'll turn it back around since we don't have the stylus. And I actually do remember selling these at Best Buy. I just couldn't remember if they used the stylus or not. Running Windows Vista. Got this one for about $13. Not sure what I'm going to do with it. I did not have the original power cable, but luckily I had one of these Targus Universal ones. Worked great with that. Next, this one I paid the most for. This I wound up giving $30 for, I believe. It's a 4th Gen Core i5 Dell Latitude. It has a few cracks. Now that's good. Right there. These new Dells, everything is plastic, so it tends to crack up really easily. Now this one I have upgraded. I put in an extra 2 gigs of RAM, and I also put in a 240 gig ADATA SSD, so this thing's super fast right now. You can see the boot times are like nothing. And so it's got 6 gigs. Came with 4 originally, and I wound up putting it up to 6 gigs of RAM. See if we can get in there so you guys can see the specs on that. Core i5 4210U running at 1.7 gigahertz. And this one's really going to be slow. This one I believe has a password in it, so I may not be able to show that to you. So next, the day before that, I picked up a bunch of these HP Elite. What are these? Elite desks. Now these are really cool systems. The only negative is you have to have a 240 volt power supply. It does not take a standard power cord. It does not actually have a built-in power supply, but you can see you have 2 front USB ports, 3.0 ports. You got 2 front USB 2.0 ports. These do actually have the DVD drive, which most of these thin clients did not, so that was very unique. And not only that, it appears that these are DVD burners and dual layer burners at that. So very, very nice systems. They originally ran Windows 8 Pro, which is nice. I upgraded them. I can upgrade them to Windows 10 for free with Windows 8. See the ports on the back here. You got your standard audio in and out. You get 4 more 2.0 ports and 2 more 3.0 ports on the back. Gigabit Ethernet. Those are display ports. You have some legacy PS2 ports, a VJ port, and that's where that big hunkin' 230 watt power supply goes. You can see it is a 19.5 volt, and you can plug in the regular 60 and 90 watt laptop chargers in here, and it will attempt to power on, but you will get 3 beeps and a red light blinking. You have to have the 150 or 230 watt power supply to actually power these. And I actually have one set up here. I'll show you guys real quick. Should be plugged in. There we go. And once again, this has also been upgraded with a 240 gig ADATA SSD drive. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 4-second boots. I'm telling you, if you do not have a solid-state hard drive in your computer, put one in. It is a major difference. And these are actually rocking Intel HD 4400 graphics, so still decent. Never going to be gaming computers, but for basic use, maybe some light graphic designing. And heck, I know people that actually do video editing with these computers, and the nice part is look at that small form factor. Those systems, I would say, are like 12 by maybe 4. So these I may be willing to ship. So give you guys an update if and when I actually get these all finished. And if you're interested, I would definitely be willing to ship these. Alright, so this HP finally turned on. And as I suspected, you do have to have the stylus to use this. So I'm going to just try to log in here real quick and see. There's a password, but you can see it does work. I'll probably show this in another video because this is not one I'm going to be selling. This particular laptop is one I'm going to hold on to because it's very nostalgic to me. This is one of the first laptops that I ever sold when I worked at Best Buy. And just for those of you that are interested, look at the condition of that. For a Vista era system, I mean, this thing doesn't even have a scratch on it. I think this was hardly ever used. I don't care if you guys look at the serial number. I will not be installing Vista on this. HP Pavilion B1000 series. B10, what is that? It's a 1320 US. So you know what? Being that is a B, that stands for Best Buy, so this was actually sold at Best Buy when it was new. So there is a very good possibility that this may have been sold by me back in the late 2000s, around 2008 or 2009. Okay, so by now you've heard me yammering on enough about these few computers. We're going to go downstairs here in about 10 minutes. It'll be almost instantaneous for you. I'm going to show you guys what I picked up, so roll them. All right, everybody. We are outside. See, it's been very windy here recently, losing a lot of leaves on the trees. And you almost never see this, but this is where our fifth wheel trailer used to be, if you remember. And what we have here right now is my 96 Chevy Tahoe, which I have to give kudos to GM. GMT 400s are some of the best vehicles I've ever seen. I've had this thing now for a little over a year. Only thing I've done to it really major repair is I had to replace the, I'm going to have to replace the Schrader valve on the high end for the AC because it keeps leaking Freon, and I had to put a starter motor in it. Other than that, this thing has been rock solid reliable. All right, let's go ahead and open up the side here. And we'll start with some of these boxes. Now, this first box is full of a whole bunch of different speakers, and I'll give you the prices on it. I think it was $20 for all these speakers, and we got some El Cheapo Walmart Cyber Acoustic speakers. Looks like that might be the majority of the speakers in here. Cyber Acoustics. Some nicer Cyber Acoustics. Wow, look at those. Those are CA2100s. Those actually have a decent quality sound to them. Got some more of those here. I can see we got some of these Harman Kardon Dell speakers. Now, if you ever are so inclined and you come across these used, these are highly worth picking up. These have a phenomenal sound quality for basic computer speakers. Actually got some weight to them there too. What do we got here? These are, okay, these are ones that I believe, oh, no, these are Logitech brands. These are Z130s. These actually look very similar to Gateway and Acer used to bundle speakers with their desktops that look very similar to that. And what do we got there? We got a Cambridge. Oh, wow. When was the last time you guys heard that name? Cambridge Soundworks. That's crazy. So basically a box full of various speakers here. Once again, gave $20, I believe, for this whole box. And these will be paired with the various desktops that you'll see back here in just a moment. Now I'm going to try to go like this because what's in here is the one nice monitor that I was able to pick up from the haul. All of this stuff came from the college that was downsizing. This is some type of Lenovo ThinkCenter monitor. Definitely an LED monitor, I could tell just by the thickness. And this is model number V as in Victor, 506-4704, dated October 2013. And let's see, I'm guessing probably just VGA. Yeah, VGA only on that, which is, it's okay. Most of the graphics cards I have to get an adapter for, but I can still pair this with one or two of those desktops. And going in here, there's nothing really too exciting in here. This is mainly keyboards. Got a Lenovo keyboard in there. We got some more Lenovo, some Dell keyboards. I'm not really going to pull all these out right now. You guys have seen plenty of keyboards. So let me bring you guys to the other side and show you what's over there. Alright, so on this side, once again, another box full of keyboards. I mean, we're talking tons and tons and tons and tons of keyboards. Got some power supplies here. These are Dell branded, mostly. Some of these are actually knockoffs, but they're the ones that they had. Down in there are just some computer power cords, the 3-prong ones, nothing too spectacular there. But I will show you the few laptops that I picked up. We'll go ahead and stick these over on the hood here. That way I can kind of open one or two up and show you what I got. Okay, so I only wound up picking up 4 laptops, and these are the 2 types I picked up. I got 3 of these and just 1 of these. We'll go and show you the one of the 3 that I got. These are, I believe, Latitude, and this is very hard to do one-handed. It might be impossible to do. 6400 series laptops. This one, I think, has the broken latch, or I just can't do it one-handed. Well, we'll show you this one first. This one here is the newer of the 2. This is rocking a Core i5. This is a Latitude E6430. They do all work, but this one unfortunately is missing the 0 key. Not too worried about it. This one I might make my personal system. The key itself still works, it's just missing the key cap there. Probably a 2nd or 3rd gen i5. I'm just guessing right now, but judging by the model number, very similar to what I picked up a few days ago, and generally they're 2nd or 3rd gen, so probably Sandy or Ivy Bridge i5s in this. Yeah, so let me see if I can get this one open. I'll be right back with you. Alright, so I was able to get it open. You just really needed 2 hands. These are Latitude E6400s, and these are rocking Core 2 Duos. They have Vista business stickers on the bottom. So once again, nothing too spectacular here. I will be able to refurbish these and sell them, because as you can see, the keyboards are in very good shape. There's minimal wear on anything here. I wound up giving $20 a piece for these, which is really a decent deal. They came with the power cords. They do not have the hard drives. As a matter of fact, you can see that this piece of tape here was holding the bay in on the side where the hard drives would usually go, because with Dells, they always put their hard drives here, and I actually don't mind that. I think that's a really good place for them, because then you don't have to take the entire case apart just to remove the hard drive. You just have to go ahead and pull this off, and you can see the hard drive sits right in there. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this and take them off, because believe it or not, it is really hot, and these things are going to get damaged real quickly. So let me move these back into the vehicle, and we'll go ahead and show you the bulk of the stuff in the trunk. Alright, so one nice thing about this bike rack is it allows me to remove this little cotter pin, and I can go ahead and push it out of the way. Now we can go ahead and open up the back here. I'm not going to pull everything out right now, but I will be able to show you the majority of the systems that are in here. So first, and probably oldest of them, are these Dell Optiplex 580s. Actually might try to open this. Hopefully we don't have too much of a disaster here. Yeah, there we go. So these are Dell Optiplex 580s. I'm actually not familiar with this particular computer system at all. I'm not going to show you the product keys because these are Windows 7 systems. All I can tell you is they are rocking some type of AMD chip in there. Their DDR3 memory in here, I know that for sure because I pulled one out earlier. All of these systems I basically gave $10 a piece for. We're just going to average it out because I was able to make a deal to get pretty much all of this stuff. That's one thing I will tell you. When you're out and about and you're looking for deals, if you want to buy everything that they have, people are willing to wheel and deal now. So go ahead. Don't be afraid to ask, hey, look, if I'm going to buy everything, will you give me a better deal? And generally they will. So just a little tip for you guys out there. Let's see if we can date this. A lot of times you can date it by the CD-ROM, okay? So November 2011, so I'm going to have to say these were probably put into service sometime around 2011. Also, Dells will have a build date up here, and it looks like this was actually built in December 15th, 2010. So this is basically a 2011 system. You always go 1 year ahead. These are some monitors that I picked up at a thrift store. Wow, I didn't see that scratch on there. Will that come off? Yes. Okay. No, that's just paint. Don't worry about it, folks. That was just some paint. Not bad at all. So I ended up getting, I think, about 6 of these 580s. And again, I will have to look these up later. I am not sure about these other than the fact they're running some kind of AMD processor. Give me a minute. I'm going to have to try to dig some of these other systems out. But before we do that, I took a note from Craigslist Hunter. If you guys watch Craigslist Hunter on YouTube, he is a big proponent of buying and reselling, and he loves these DVD VCR combos. Now, a lot of times he'll get the recorders, but he says the players, as these are also worth a decent amount of money. I picked all of these up here for $20. And if you look online, just give you an example, these models here, these Magnavox ones, they're not super high-end, but you can still get about $40 a piece for these. These have the monaural VCR, but it's a stereo DVD player. But then I have two down here. One's an Insignia, so Best Buy brand. The other one's an Emerson. These are worth a little bit more. These are going on eBay now for about $60 to $80 a piece. And then way back there, I have a Sylvania one. Believe it or not, that one's actually worth the most. That one's going between $80 to $100. So for my $20 investment there, I might be able to get upwards of $300-400, and that's the key. Whatever you can make to resell, that's what you got to do nowadays. And there were even a few older VCRs. Let me check out this Panasonic VCR here, 4-head hi-fi stereo. And let's see if we got a date on this. I'm guessing late 90s. Is there a date? Yep, 12/18 of 1999. Believe me, I know my VCRs. I have dealt and repaired VCRs so much in my life. Here's an old Sansui one there. And now that we got those out of the way, I should be able to get to some of the higher end towers. So give me just a couple of minutes. Let me rearrange some stuff, and we'll be back in a few. All right, folks, we're getting there. The next one I'm going to pull out is this right here. This actually did not come from the actual computer haul. This came from one of the thrift stores. I gave $19.98 for this. And let me see if I can do this. Try to do it one-handed. Whoa! No, I'm not that bad. Okay, so this is an Asus tower, an Asenio series. Appears to have, again, some type of AMD processor. Not sure of the exact CPU. However, let me unplug the power cord here. With these, sometimes you can tell by the back here, and if you guys can make any sense out of that, you're welcome to try. Wow, look at the dust built up on here. Ooh, this is going to be blown out seriously before I get it inside. And now that we're here, I can move a few more of these out of the way, and you guys can see the bulk of the higher end towers. Now, these right here are Dell Optiplex 7010s. Those are the majority of the other towers I got from the business that was downsizing. You can see you got 4 there. I think I got about 12 of these. These are all Core i3s. Probably 3rd or 4th gens. I'm thinking probably 3rd gens. And I'm going to try to pull one out here so you guys can see it better. And then the nicest ones are sitting right over here. So let me do a little bit more rearranging and get you in for a closer look. All right, so I decided it was better just to kneel in the back of the Tahoe. So as you can see, Dell Optiplex 7010s, Core i3s, and if I pull one down here, these are complete except for the hard drives. The hard drives were removed for security reasons. They would sit right there. You just pull these up to get to it like that. They do have 4 gigabytes of RAM in there, and they're actually in really, really good shape. Ports on the back of these. I don't believe these are 3.0s on here. Oh, yes they are. You got 2 USB 3s, and then 4 more. No, yeah, 4 more USB 2.0 ports. Got some display ports here, PS2, Gigabit Ethernet, legacy ports, and there are your various audio ports. So, again, really, really good condition for the most part, if I don't scratch them up. Ha 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 ha. But over here, these are without a doubt the best scores. And unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to get all of them out. So I'll just show you this one real quick. Probably going to save the bulk of this for another video, but as you can see here, these are, and I got 4 of these. This is the only one that's accessible at the moment. These are Lenovo ThinkCenters, and these are rocking some type of Core i7. I don't, again, know the actual generation, but I'm assuming they're newer. than the Dells here, and I am sweating my cojones off right now. These actually do have all USB 3.0 ports. Again, you got DisplayPort, being these are business systems. VGA, Legacy, wow, I still can't believe you get DB9 ports on these. And we have the 3-pin power adapter. Let me see if I can pull the cover off, because I actually did not look inside these while I was there. I don't know if I can do this. This one thumb screw came out easy. You usually get one that comes out easy and falls out, of course, and the other one won't. So, gonna need 2 hands. Go ahead and pause this, and I'll be back in a moment. Man, that other one was incredibly hard to get out. These are Think Center model M900s. I don't actually see any build dates or anything like that, so your guess is as good as mine. Oh, no, I see it right there. 2015. So being these are 2015s, I am guessing a 4th or a 5th gen i7 is in this, so that's exciting for sure. Let's go ahead and pop this off and see what is in here. And just like the other ones, it appears that the just the hard drives were taken out. I can see some memory down there. 1 stick, don't know how much is in there. But that's incredible. And these two I got for $10 a piece. Just to show you out there, there are still plenty of deals to be had. Now, I'm going to tell you guys a story in just a moment. It was kind of sad, but you know what? It is what it is. I am very thankful that I was able to acquire these products at all. And that's about it, folks. I have one other tower here, if I can move this out of the way. Go ahead and show you this. I got from the Habitat for Humanity store in Virginia Beach. This is an older gateway tower. What is this? A DX 4300. This is actually rocking a Phenom X4 810 quad-core processor, 6 gigs of DDR2 memory, and a 1 terabyte hard drive. And see how many of you remember this era gateway. I just love the way these looked. At the time, Acer had acquired Gateway, so the Acers pretty much looked the same, and I believe there was another company that, eMachines. eMachines also looked very similar to this. And just a really cool looking computer. I gave $10 for this one. Not sure what I'm going to do with this. You can see that it is very dirty if you look in those memory card reader ports. Wow, that is a random hair in there. Oh, I tell you really got to clean this stuff out. So that is pretty much it, folks. I mean, look at all of this stuff. And I know for a fact, I actually have a total. All the computers that I got from this one business clean out, we're going to call it, including the VCRs, and this is minus those 2 towers and a couple of monitors I got at the thrift store, came to $520. So we're going to see over time how much I'll be able to recoup. Now I do have to put in solid state hard drives. I have to also put in conventional hard drives and upgrade them, but I should be able to recoup and make a decent profit from all of this equipment here. So that's it for this vlog. I'm gonna go ahead and turn you guys around real quick because I want to tell you a story before I go. Kind of sad, but something I did want to share with you. Talk to you in a moment. All right, so the quick story I have for you, while I was there, let me preface this by saying the ad that they posted up was a little deceitful in that the computers that they showed for sale were not necessarily what they had in that room. And what I mean by that is they had 3 different rooms there. They had a computer room that had all of this computer equipment. They had another room that had just like basic office equipment. Then they had a third room that had a little bit of everything in it, including some really nice new computers, more of those newer Dell Latitude laptops. However, those were in the picture, but they were not for sale. What apparently happened was, I guess corporate decided they wanted to keep some of the nicer computers. So even though it was a little disappointing that I couldn't get the newer systems, some of the newer systems from there. I still have to say I made out very well. And once again, if you are trying to do the same thing, if you're trying to eke out a living right now, especially during these difficult times, this is the way to do it, folks. You have to hustle. You have to put the time and effort into it, but it is well worth it in the end. This is where I'm going to end the vlog here today. I hope you guys enjoyed this, doing something a little bit different. Definitely expect to see more videos coming about these computers in the near future. Please continue to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.